Hi friends, my name is Tristen Sky and I am a psychic medium, and I gave a psychic reading to Madison Kvaltin. Madison is an incredible Canadian model, entrepreneur, and activist, and quite impressively holds the title of Miss Universe Canada 2023. This reading was truly special for me because Madison opened up about the importance of self-love, awareness, and embracing true confidence, like from within, on her journey. We share something quite unique as we both come from the nickel city of Sudbury, Ontario, so I thought that was very special. So it really was a joy to connect with Madison on such a deep level, and I'm excited to share her wisdom with you all because not only is she, stunning on the outside, but she's also incredibly beautiful on the inside. So let's deep dive into this insightful reading and discover the beautiful energy that Madison brings. One more thing would be like an artificial flavor, like when there's like blue raspberry flavored something. Yeah,
Yeah.
why do you?
I mean, I had a candy the other day that was like the blue raspberry, like a sucker when I came home from work, from the conference that I was working. And I was like, oh, this like I haven't had a lollipop in forever. And I went to
And
the
it was blue
gym
raspberry.
after. Yeah, I went to the it was blue raspberry. I went to the gym after and I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have a blue tongue after this?
How many days ago?
Literally yesterday.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm picking up on that. So spirit was around you. Okay, that's so fun. The other thing I got was alcohol, but it was either I was drinking more than usual or less than usual, or I tried something new or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so actually, my partner and I we did a big extravagant trip to South Africa and Tanzania, and we drank a lot on the trip. So since coming back, I was like, I don't want to touch alcohol for the next month. I want to kind of detox, give myself a break, and just focus on health and well-being in the start of the new year.
I love it. That's what I'm seeing. It's like a just fresh slate, just getting
Yeah.
back to regular. I see. Something that are you? So my friends make fun of me because they say like I eat rabbit food. Like I'm very like I eat like my lettuce and my. Are you like that as well?
Yeah, 100%. My for the longest time I actually used to be a vegan in high
Okay.
school as well,
Okay.
and my stepdad would always joke that if there was an apocalypse, I'd be the first to be eaten because my meat is probably the healthiest, cleanest out of anyone's because I just all I eat is like fruits and vegetables.
Another thing I saw was, and you correct me if I'm wrong, like not into politics, but someone was talking about politics. Like I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered right now.
That's crazy that you say that because I was quite literally having a conversation with one of my coworkers today, and I was talking about how in certain environments, you just kind of have to read the room and not let politics get in the way. And especially being in pageantry, I'm
Hmm.
always conditioned to be neutral, and um, people in my life are very forceful with their political views. And before I would fight back all the time, especially being a woman that embraces women empowerment. And sometimes their views were definitely anti-woman. But now I don't have space for people that are kind of trying
Mhm.
to get a reaction out of you when it comes to political views.
So I feel like this would kind of also make sense, but I'm feeling pressure to succeed. And I feel like that would make sense with like athletes and actors and pageant queens. I'm getting a lot of pressure, so just give me a second. You seem to be this responsive. So you like respond to life. It's kind of like, oh look, there's a butterfly. And then, oh look, here's a flower. Like distracted, but like in a good way. Would that make sense? It's kind of like
100%. My partner always laughs because I always joke with him that when I'm with him, I kind of turn my brain off a little bit. I just kind of embrace the moment, embrace kind of the environment I'm in. I kind
hmm,
of speaking on what you said earlier is I've always put a ton of pressure on myself to succeed, be successful, achieve all my goals, make my parents proud. That's always been something that's always been really important to me. I'm definitely a massive perfectionist, so I put all these pressures on myself growing up. And as I become an adult, I realized that success is what you make of it. And for me, I'm very much in a place where I want to appreciate and recognize the moment that I'm in, the fact that I woke up today, that I get to experience the beautiful life that I've created for myself. And I think I really think that this year is about intention, being intentional about every interaction, stopping to smell the roses, and those
hmm,
kinds of things.
was so beautifully said. My goodness. It's almost like it's like two extremes in a way. It's kind of like at times I could be like super perfectionistic and super hardworking and I do all these things, but then it's like I don't know, to me it's look at the butterfly. Look at
Yeah. Exactly, 100%. It's like either like full force 110% or just like living my best life, enjoying, smelling the roses. So it's like it's one or the other. There's no real in between.
do you work in sales?
Not quite. So I work in the transportation and logistics world. I work in more so an executive leadership development program.
Okay, so you talk to people, like do you talk to
Generally, when it comes to sometimes I'll assist in the preliminary recruiting for certain executive roles. And even today, I was at a career fair looking to scout for some people.
like you might sell something down the
Well,
line.
I am in the middle of my real estate course as well. I am looking to take on a bit more of a role in the real estate world because my partner he develops homes, so he builds
Okay.
luxury homes, and I'm looking to do the real
Uh,
estate side of it. So yeah,
I'm gonna go yep.
yeah,
That makes much more sense. There's something about you're hard to catch. There's something like you're always on to the next thing. You're quick. It's like I'm here and now I'm here and now I'm here and then I'm here. Makes sense.
definitely. I'm definitely kind of always on the go, always something new going on. I feel like I was even talking to my mom about this the other day that we're the type of people that we have to keep busy. We have to keep finding new hobbies, doing new things, exploring ourselves because we'll get bored and we don't want that. We want to just keep growing and learning.
So I'm seeing an oven. So it's definitely an oven. No, or the frying on top of the oven. Sorry, why am I seeing that? Is that
Maybe I really like to cook. I've always been a big cook, and that's always been something super important to me. Maybe that I'm not quite sure.
it's something like I was supposed to use the oven, but instead I'm using the frying pan, or I was supposed to use the frying pan instead I'm using the oven, or it's like something like I was supposed to cook something and I switched it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, sometimes I get lazy and instead of putting something in the oven, like yesterday I cooked salmon in the air fryer because I didn't want to deal with frying it in a pan. So maybe that was it.
Great.
But
That's funny. Okay, so the spirit was around you. There, he's showing me that. Did you also drive someone? Were you the chauffeur?
um
Like,
not as of recently. Other like obviously I'm driving here in Sudbury, but um yeah, no chauffeuring or anything like that.
pick up a friend?
Oh, I mean, on my drive back home to Toronto, I am picking up a friend and we're driving to Toronto together, giving her a ride.
Oh, so I guess kind of. I
Yeah,
guess
kind of. Yeah.
okay, so that's the future. All right, so I'm picking up on that. So I would do like this sometimes like intermediate fasting where like I won't eat. Okay, are you doing something like that? Like something like not eating?
Sometimes I sometimes prefer fasting because I find I have more energy throughout the day. Like if I have a heavy breakfast or lunch, I find I'm super exhausted and then I'm not very productive.
So there's just a nudge here and it comes from spirit, something about making sure we eat, like we don't go hungry or we make sure we eat all our foods.
I think maybe so when I was younger, I struggled with a severe eating disorder. So food has always been a very sensitive topic in my family. So when I was vegetarian, it was almost an anxiety for my parents because they thought, oh, you're being vegetarian to reduce the amount of food that you're eating. So it's control for you. My parents were kind of against me being a vegetarian for so long because they were so worried that I was malnourished because that I became vegetarian shortly after conquering my eating disorder. And so it's just always been a bit of an anxiety in my family. Or actually, earlier this year, my partner, he's Muslim, and they were practicing Ramadan earlier this year. And I thought for a couple days I'd like to try fasting with them. So maybe this is where this is connecting the dots now that I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it. So I wanted to do fasting for a couple of the days during Ramadan to kind of see what that experience was like. And it was a major anxiety moment for my mother. She was very worried about me embracing that fasting. She was really worried that it was a trigger for me and my eating disorder, which it wasn't. You know, this isn't me relapsing. This is me embracing and acknowledging culture.
Okay, great. Beautifully said. I think this is what they're picking up on. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had a eating disorder back when you were young. I'm glad you healed it. Now, why are you journaling? Or it seems like something new, like I'm writing something new, or I'm
I I'm looking to get into journaling more. Actually, just recently, I secured a collaboration with this really awesome journal brand. And I'm actually very excited about it because I want to get a lot more connected with myself and understand, my feelings, maybe understand what my actual goals and ambitions are in life. And I feel like I haven't taken advantage of writing those feelings down. Sometimes we get so stuck in our heads. So it's something that I want to practice this year a lot more.
Okay, that's perfect. So I was seeing journaling, but it seemed new. I really think you might write like a book or something one day, my dear. I really think that. I really think you have a lot to share. And I think, being a published author looks pretty good. So
Yeah.
that could be, or not, or something small too, like I don't know, like but something, there could be something. So start writing, start doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I have to apply for something or I'm doing something regarding to travel, and it's like I'm like upset about it. It's like I want to go, yet there's something preventing me to go, or it's like I want to go, but I'm feeling anxious about it. I got travel twice for you, and like one of them was like vacation, so much fun, travel, but I'm picking up on something specific, on something about travel. Give me a second. It's like when you're when you're planning a trip or something.
Yeah.
It's around that. It's something like
Okay,
that.
well, earlier today I was quite literally planning my girlfriend's bachelorette with my sister. I was organizing on Canva kind of our itinerary and like our big girls' bachelorette. So I think it was more excitement rather than anxiety, but I'm like a super planner. I live for that kind of stuff.
Do you see you moving abroad? So I know you just said you lived in Toronto. Do you ever think about moving somewhere else?
Yeah. So my partner and I were actually very much in the process of looking to move outside of Canada because my partner, he's not from Canada either. And I'm very much at a place in my life where I don't see myself living in Canada and raising a family here. I don't think this is quite the environment that I'd like my family to be raised in. So we're very much looking to move absolutely abroad.
I'm seeing it. I wonder if the anxiousness I was feeling earlier about travel is connected to this. So there could be something there, like, oh, Canada's just not it for me, or I'm frustrated living here right now, so now I want it. I don't know. There could be something here, but it's a big yay. It's a big yay to move there. No, I do see children. I see children. You have a soft spot for children, eh?
I really do. And so, with my mother in law visiting, my partner's nephews are also here, and they're 4 and 6. And my baby fever is out of control since they've been visiting because, like, they're my best friends. Like, we joke that we play all the time. I help them teach and learn English. I'm just so like the thought of having my own child is so exciting. I'll definitely be a very active mom, super crazy and fun, but I really want to build those memories with my family and my children eventually.
Yeah, I see a lot of love here, that you bring a lot of love to these kids.
Mhm.
And that seems like like God's work. So it's kind of like you can go to like even just the whatever you did, just this little visit with these children did so much, even though it just seems so small. If it was just giving them a hug or looking them in the eyes or playing with them, it does so, so, so much. It does much more than you think. Were you on the news by chance? Or were you interviewed or something on the news?
I mean, I've done countless interviews when it comes to my pageant work and being Miss Universe Canada. But I think that's something that I'm looking forward to continuing to do. That's one thing that I really want as a now former title holder. I want to still continue all the advocacy that I've done over the last few years.
Just seeing more of this, like this next chapter just seems of kind of doing what I want. Like this is the life I want to live. This is the life I'm going to create. Like it's finally like I'm making things happen.
But yeah, I definitely resonate with that energy. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a selfish era, not so much in a negative capacity, just that I really want to, again, build the life that I want for my life. Again, being so much more intentional about the energy that I give and I share and just being the light in a room. I find, especially in our political world right now, it's a little negative and it's exhausting. And so I always try to be the light in the room, make people laugh, use jokes, bring humor. I smile all the time. I'm gonna have the worst marionette lines when I'm older, but it doesn't matter to me. Like I always try to bring a lot of light and energy to kind of any room that I'm in.
I'm obsessed with you. I love all of them. Exactly what I'm seeing. There's like a uniqueness about you. So correct me if I'm wrong. So there's something very unique that wasn't allowed to be when we were young. Or something like I wasn't there, there's just I was a bit different, or I saw things and it wasn't
Yeah.
expressed or allowed. Would that make sense?
No, absolutely. I in high school and a little bit in elementary school, I was horrifically bullied by other young girls. And even being in pageantry, being in Sudbury, a very small town, I was always made fun of. I was always ridiculed for the things that I was doing. And so I was always afraid to embrace that side of myself. And then it wasn't until after university that I realized that these people's opinions really don't matter. If they're not going to uplift me and make me feel confident about the things that I love, why am I wasting my energy on these people? And it took me until in my later life to realize that I don't have to belittle myself or make myself feel small to make other people feel comfortable. But growing up in a small town, and maybe you're a little bit different, or you're a little bit extraordinary, or you're a little smart, people love to tear you down. And I had a really rough childhood. I was so quiet beyond belief because I never felt comfortable to fully be myself. So that's a big thing that I've learned in my adult life, is that I should love myself. I'm a good person. I do good. I bring light. And if someone wants to bring negativity, I just don't have time or space for people like that anymore.
That we grew up in the same town, so I know exactly what you're.
Yeah, exactly.
I was also bullied for being myself in that little town, but this is exactly what you're helping people with, and this is exactly what like thank God that happened because it wouldn't be you today. Like thank
Yeah.
God it's like a diamond doesn't become a diamond until it goes through all that pressure. So thank God you got that pressure because it's what made you so brilliant now.
Yeah.
Did you want to change your hair or cut your hair or change the shampoo or something?
Yeah, well, I'm quite literally on a bit of a hair care journey right now. After years of pageantry, my hair has been absolutely destroyed. So I've been implementing a whole new hair, scalp, and health in my hair kind of journey. Because just after years of extensions to hair dyes to
Yeah.
left, right, and center, I really this is the year for health for me. I like to think of 2025 as the year of hair care, skin care, health care, just really taking care of myself. I'm really
Soul
trying to
care.
feel, yeah.